Are there any names that people can call you that just really send you through the roof where you kind of like, okay, I'm ready, we can throw hands right now? That's the kind of stuff we're going to be talking about today. Today we are going to be ranking all of the derogatory phrases and things that you can call people, and we are going to be putting them into a tier list. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Guys, I'm ready for this one. I'm ready for this one. Starting off, and before we actually start off, I probably should mention that we are going from S to F tier. S being the throw hands level. It should be completely legal if someone says this to you where it's on site, assuming that you aren't the one being the D-bag. And then F tier where it's like, and I don't even know if anything's going to go into F tier to be honest with you. F tier being the tier where it's like, no big deal. If you're mad about this, it's probably your own hiccup. And we are starting off with actually one of the worst ones of all time, buddy. Guys, if any man calls you buddy, they do not respect you one little bit. And of course, it's very important to note through all of this too, there are exceptions to the rule. For example, I grew up my entire life with one particular uncle calling me bud and buddy. I know that's not derogatory. I know that my uncle's not trying to big bro me over here. There are very few times, so I don't want to hear it in the comment section down below where it's like, I call people buddy all the time. Okay, maybe you do. You are most likely lying in that comment. You're most likely lying through your teeth and you're actually a very disrespectful person. But you know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. There are people who use it and don't mean to be disrespectful. Regardless, buddy, I don't know if we are going to actually beat buddy. And I also know that I'm inviting people to call me that in the comments down below. Regardless, buddy, if any guy just walks up to you or just kind of dismisses you and has a conversation with somebody where it's like, oh, hey, buddy, something like that, that should be throw hands level. I wholeheartedly believe that, and I will sit on that. Let's continue on. This is more of a problem with females because what guy is really calling you honey, right? I don't think that's really possible, but we do know that when a girl calls another girl honey, that means, hey, like, F you, man. Like I hate you. You're the worst. And they are making it very well known that they don't like you. It's like, it's straightforward. And you know what? I'm not going to censor myself with the video. It's literally saying, like, go fuck yourself. And then when somebody goes, hi, honey, go fuck yourself. Like, honestly, that is one of the worst ones in female culture. So I'm going to put honey actually over into the A tier. It's not quite buddy level. And I don't know if anything's going to reach buddy level, to be honest with you. But honey is up there. Bro, you have to take into consideration the context of this one. There are situations where someone can call you bro and it is derogatory, but for the vast majority of bros, I would imagine it's just part of casual conversation. It's literally like you could call your friend bro and you're actually meaning like, hey, what's up, brother? You know, like nothing wrong with bro. Actually, I am going to put bro over into the F tier. And by the way, guys, this is all we could come up with. I sat down with my wife and we were like, okay, we're going to make this tier list. So this tier list was my wife's idea, actually. We're going to make the tier list. What are all of these phrases that we come up? And we asked ChatGPT. We looked at a couple things online. This is what we can come up with. So I can definitely make a part 2 to this. Comment down below if there's anything that I missed. Sunshine. This one's more funny. That's the problem. Like, it's not funny if you were to call somebody buddy. It's not funny if you were to call someone honey. But if you call someone sunshine, they probably deserved it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like someone like being a little D-bag at a cash register at McDonald's. Oh, aren't you just a ray of sunshine? You know, something like that. I don't know, but it still is very derogatory. It's still very disrespectful. I'm going to put sunshine into the B tier, okay? Let me be clear. If you say, all right, let me be clear. There are times where you are legitimately just looking to be clear, but you're kind of calling them stupid. This one could be worse. I'm going to put this one actually in the C tier. Dude, we have a good diversity of names to call people so far. Einstein. If you call someone Einstein, of course, you're calling them stupid. I feel like if you're calling someone Einstein, though, it's more of in a joking manner. Like, if I was hanging around with my friends, I'd be like, all right, Einstein. Like, I don't even think I've ever been in a situation where somebody used Einstein as a legitimate insult, but it can be used as a legitimate insult. I'm going to put Einstein over into the D tier. There we go. Know-it-all. If you call somebody a know-it-all, you're being disrespectful, but it's a little cringe, to be honest with you, kind of like the next one we're going to be talking about. I'm going to put know-it-all over to the D tier as well, right behind Einstein. Hot shot, a little bit more of the same. I feel like you would get laughed at if you called someone hot shot, so you can't use that one anymore. I'm going to put that into the F tier, actually. I'm going to put it right in front of bro because bro's like kind of friendly, right? Drama queen. You call someone a drama queen, little bit No guys call each other drama queen, but of course this happens with women. They call each other drama queens every once in a while. Could be worse. It definitely riles them up, but I'm not feeling too hot about that one, to be honest. I'm going to put this one into the C tier, okay? Big dog. Big dog. This one could also be a joke, but if somebody legitimately is calling you big dog, it is majorly disrespectful. Like, hey, big dog. Like, no, dude. Don't call me big dog. Like, it's kind of like getting towards the buddy territory. Like, but buddy is a class of its own, dude. Like, buddy, like, as soon as buddy registers in my brain that someone called me, it's like, oh my God, you have no idea that I am capable of flipping you over your head and making you swallow your teeth right now. But you keep it together because you don't want to be the guy who loses it over being called buddy. But it is one of the most disrespectful things of all time, man. Big dog's up there. I'm going to put big dog actually over into the A tier. I don't think it's quite honey level because honey is big with women. Honey's big. Like it's been fighting words every single time we've heard honey. Not actually fighting words, but you get what I mean. Chief, just up there. It is up there with big dog. Calling another man chief is incredibly disrespectful. No way. Not quite S tier though. I'm going to put chief in front of big dog. Like, okay, chief. All right, chief. You know, something like that. Oh, horrible. Man, no. Man is like bro territory. I just realized that, I don't really hear man a lot anymore. You know, that was huge when I was growing up, but I don't know if that's a case anymore for kids nowadays. My boomer's showing, guys. I'm 27 years old for context. I just turned 27, so I still use man. Not too often. I used it a lot when I was a kid. I use bro a little bit. I use dude a lot. I grew up on dude, and I never ended up like getting it out of my vocabulary, okay? Man is going to be straight up with bro. I'm going to put him, actually, I'm going to put man. It's a lot better to, I don't know. Bro's friendlier. We're going to put bro and man into the F tier. I'm not your babysitter. Calling someone stupid if they need help with something. This was a ChatGPT one. I wanted to include because this is something that's said, like, if you look at somebody and go, I'm not your babysitter, do it yourself. Like, it can be friendly. It's kind of like calling somebody Einstein, where it's more found when you're like joking around, but it still can be disrespectful. I'm going to put this one in the C tier. I'm going to put it at the bottom of C tier so far. Like talking to a brick wall. I use this a lot. I use this both as a joke and I use this as an actual insult. This one is one of those that could be taken both ways. But when somebody's like talking to a brick wall, oftentimes they deserve it. Kind of like calling somebody sunshine, but it still is disrespectful. So I am going to put talking like a brick wall over with sunshine actually. Bottom of B tier. Dense. If you call someone dense, it's mildly disrespectful. I think it's a fair C tier. I'm going to put it right behind, let me be clear, spineless. Here's the other thing. A lot of times when you call somebody spineless too, they probably deserve it, eh? Spineless is an incredible insult. Incredibly disrespectful to call somebody. Like, you spineless coward. Yeah, that's a good one, man. That is really disrespectful. Is it as bad as Chief and Big Dog? That's the problem. It is. Almost. I'm going to put it at the bottom of A tier. Spineless, right behind Big Dog. Stupid. Do people call anybody actually stupid to their face? I don't know. I'm sure it happens, but I feel like that's just mean. If you legitimately call someone stupid and you mean it, like, that's majorly insulting. I'm actually going to put stupid into the B tier. Like, if you really mean it, that can have a hard impact, okay? Lady. All right, lady. Oh, look at this lady. You know, like, low-key banger insult. Just calling someone lady. What's with this lady, you know? Very disrespectful. I'm going to put it over with sunshine, right behind sunshine. Just calling someone lady. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. Karen. Karen lost its steam a little bit over the years, you know? But at the end of the day, if you still call someone a Karen, the point is made. If you call any Karen a Karen, they're going to react like a Karen. They're going to have a major freak out. So Karen, while again, it still lost its steam. If we were talking a few years ago, then I might be thinking about A tier, okay? But I am going to put Karen over into the B tier. I'm going to put it actually right behind lady. Clown. If you call someone a clown, it's more so as a joke. I can't imagine actually having beef with someone and going, all right, clown. This guy's a clown. Like, no, I'm going to put this over into the D tier. It can still be disrespectful, but I'm going to put it at the bottom of D tier. P-brain, an insult that I use all of the time. P-brain, smooth brain. It's a low-key, really good insult, okay? But I also mostly say this one as a joke. Like, I wouldn't go up to somebody and call him a P-brain. But I do like with my friends when I'm joking around when they say something dumb, pea brain, you know? So I'm going to put pea brain over into the D tier. I'm going to put pea brain at the bottom of D tier. My dear. This is an old head term, okay? This is like an old lady term. My dear. Oh, my dear. My dear, you know? You know what's funny is when we were coming up with the idea for this tier list, or my wife and I weren't coming up for the idea for this tier list. My wife was just called my dear in a very, very disrespectful manner to a lady that she was just talking to. And we were just talking about in general how rude that is. And then idea just popped in my head. Hey, that make for a good tier list. What can we call people? So my dear was the first one that we thought about for this tier list. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's anything insane. My dear's another B tier. I think it's another solid B tier. Where am I going to put this one? I'm going to put it actually right. Oh, it's really condescending though. I'm going to put it actually right ahead of Karen, okay? Smooth brain. Very, very low-key good insult, but I think it's a little bit on the lines of pea brain. You usually call it to somebody like when you're messing around with them too. I like pea brain more. Smooth brain's going to go in front of pea brain just a little bit. Brown nose. Calling someone a brown nose, that is majorly insulting. But again, another time where they oftentimes deserve it. Like nobody just gets called a brown noser unless they're brown nosing. Glazer is the one that's overused. But if somebody like legitimately calls you like brown nose, you might be brown nosing, okay? Brown nose is also very disrespectful, though. I'm going to put it at the top of C tier, okay? Weasel. Weasel's a very good insult. If you call someone a weasel, man, that is spineless territory. You know what? I'm actually going to put them together. Weasel, spineless. Which one's worse, though? I think it'd probably be worse to call the weasel, eh? But spineless might hit home. I'm going to put weasel in front of spineless. Snake, a little bit more of the same, just like weasel. But calling someone a snake doesn't hit the same as calling someone weasel. So I'm going to put snake actually behind spineless, but still in the A tier, okay? Big guy. Ooh, this is worse than big dog. This is worse than big dog. Like you walk into like a gathering or something like, hey, big guy. That is almost buddy territory. Do we put big guy up there with buddy? Ooh, I think buddy stands on its own, guys. I really think it does. But that's up there. Big guy is ahead of honey. It's close, but it's not quite the S tier, okay? Let's continue on to boss. Calling someone boss equally as disrespectful, also an A tier. Any man who calls you boss, big guy, big dog, chief, you know that they just do not have any little ounce of respect for you in this entire world. Just know that. And that it goes for 99.9% of the male population, okay? And I don't want to hear it in the comment section down below. If you're the true exception to the rule, keep it to yourself. I am not incorrect in saying this, okay? Boss is also an A tier. It's not as bad as big guy. I don't think it's as bad as honey either. They're close, man. They're close, but I think it is more disrespectful than chief, so I'm going to put it up there. Pal. Pal, a lot of people do take disrespectful, but this is also one that you can just say as kind of like, oh, hey, man. Hey, pal, you know, it depends on tone for this one. Like, all right, pal. All right, pal, you're on thin ice. So cringy. But honestly, you can say it in a disrespectful manner, like, okay, pal. But you can also say like, hey, pal, like in a very, very friendly manner. So I'm going to put this one, actually, I'm going to put it into the F tier. Right in front of Hotshot, or right behind Hotshot, okay? Champ. Ooh, that's right up there. That's up there a big guy, man. That's up there a big guy. Hey, champ. But the problem is, I come from an extensive background in martial arts, and there are so many times where I know it's a little bit cringy to say, but sometimes, like if somebody has a really, really good, solid sparring performance or something along those lines, you call each other champ. But it's like in a really nice way, and obviously it's a little bit cringe saying that because obviously none of us are going to be UFC champions, okay? But it's still like, champ isn't bad to me for that reason because we've called each other champs here and there, and I know, again, it's a little bit cringe, but you guys got to understand what I'm saying over here. But there is a good chunk of the population also use champ as a very derogatory term. I'd love to know what you guys think about this one in particular, to be honest with you, but I am going to put champ also into the A tier. I'm going to put champ right behind big dog, okay? Bucko. I feel like if anybody said bucko, I would just laugh at them. It's an old insult. It's kind of like saying hot shot. It is meant to be disrespectful. All right, bucko. But I would just laugh in your face if, like, even if I was in the wrong, even if I was being disrespectful to you and you call me bucko, I would laugh, okay? This one is going to go into the F tier right ahead of hot shot, okay? As per my last email, if you say this to somebody, then you say, hey, idiot, hey, stupid. I already said this, so why don't you go check it out again? But here I am repeating myself. You're oftentimes saying it to somebody who didn't take the time to read your email, but at the end of the day, it is disrespectful. I'm going to put this one at the bottom of B tier, okay? And this is the official tier list for the disrespectful things that you can say to somebody. Guys, I would love to do this again, so comment down below if there is anything that I missed, whether it's a phrase or literally just a name that you can call somebody. If we get enough, I'm going to make an update to this, either that or just a brand new tier list. But in the meantime, why don't you watch this tier list video right here, the best ways to move on after a breakup, how to move on from her, the best and the worst ways. I'd love to have you guys over there. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, everybody.